What's up guys, it's JQ, and in this video we're going to check out a video from a girl who just cannot figure out why she cannot connect with her dates, even though by her own description these are good men. And I think this is going to be really interesting because it's going to help point out some of the psychology that women have and some things that you should be aware of when interacting with this type of woman. Let's take a look.
Let's debrief, shall we? I just got back from the dates. It went the way that all my dates have been going lately. It was great. He was really, really nice. It was actually the best conversation I've had on a date in a long time. I just really enjoyed what we were talking about. We had a lot in common. The problem is that my heart is not open. It's just not open, and I don't know why. He was asking me some really deep questions.
Okay, let's start with the fact that this girl is just ranting online about her date, and let's just talk about that for a second. And I think that there's a whole category of women on TikTok and Instagram who all they do is basically talk about their failed dating encounters. I took a look at this girl's other posts, and this girl has a lot of followers, 294,000. For the life of me, I'll never understand why this is so popular, because I looked through her posts and essentially all of her posts are talking about her failed dates or the fact that she adopted a feral cat. And so just right off the offset, I see this as a huge red flag. Imagine if you were dating this girl, if you're one of these guys that went on a date with her, and then you come across her Instagram page, it rolls through your feed and you see her talking about this date that she went on you. And then you see, if you look through her feed, that she's been on like 10 other dates in the last couple of weeks. That would be a huge turn off to me. And I think it would be a huge turn off for a lot of guys. And so when I see this kind of information, one thing that really stands out is that this girl is more concerned with getting likes on Instagram than she is actually finding a man to be with. And we can tell that because she's willing to sell out these dates and things that she goes on because people will engage with it. And she should know better than that. She should know that having this kind of content out there is going to be a turn off to a lot of guys. So it's actually going to make this objective harder.
Question girly, but I felt like I couldn't answer them. I could feel that if I started answering his question, I was going to start crying. Not like in a sweet, oh, she's tearful kind of a way, but in like a really boo-hooing kind of way. Like, I don't know what my life means anymore because I can't find a partner. And I don't know what to do about it.
Right, going onto Instagram and just crying in front of the camera. I'm suspicious as to whether these tears are even real or whether it's kind of performative. But either way, I just think it's really off-putting for somebody to go onto the internet and record themselves crying. And essentially, she's just doing this for pity. There's no educational value in these videos. She's not trying to inform the viewer or try to help other women learn about dating. She's just going on here so that she can get affirmation and pity from the internet, and I just think that's kind of distasteful. The second thing I wanted to point out is I was shocked to look at this girl's profile and see that she is a therapist. Okay, she's a therapist and who charges $250 an hour for her therapy services. Now, I don't expect all therapists to have perfect lives or not have any problems themselves, but I do think that when you were interacting with, can you imagine if this girl is your therapist and you, again, you come across her Instagram page and you just see just how unhinged she is about all these different things going on in her life? Wouldn't that be just a professional turnoff and just cause you to want to seek out a different therapy? I for sure would never want to hire her as a therapist. So let's see the rest of what she had to say and then we'll analyze it a little further.
And I don't want to force myself to like people anymore that I don't like, which means apparently that I don't like anybody. So I just dodged that question when he asked me, like, what's your perfect partner? I was like,
again, by her own admission, she's basically saying that this is a good guy. He asked her good questions. It was a good date. They had a good interaction, and she just can't get into him. And I'll talk about that more in just a second.
He's liberal and he wants kids.
If a woman is a liberal, I consider that a huge red flag because they're going to have these type of behaviors. They're going to go online and rant and vent about their life, and they're going to be bossy and insufferable and difficult to deal with.
I'm so tired of thinking about that. I don't want to think about that anymore. what my ideal partner would be, because I've been thinking about that for a really long time, and it just hurts too much to think about it anymore. It was a really nice time with a really nice person who I don't want to date, but who I was very glad to spend time with.
Really nice, really nice. I don't want to date him. So if you needed any more evidence as to why nice guys finish last and it doesn't pay to be nice, there it is right there in front of you. Now, I'm going to translate what she's saying. What she means when she says, I really wanted to like him and he just was really nice. What she means is that this guy is not attractive enough to her. She was not sexually attracted to him, and therefore she just can't get into him. Okay. And I don't know what this guy looks like, so I don't want to make any assumptions, but I'm going to guess that the guy is probably a solid guy. This girl is, she's cute, she's average, a little above average, okay? So if this guy's if he's average looking, above average looking, they should be a good match from a sexual attraction standpoint. But one of the issues with girls like her is that being a cute girl, and being 42 years old, she most definitely has interacted with very sexy men at different points in their life, because men who are very attractive don't always need to pick up the hottest girl. They will be happy to hang out with a girl who's a 6'7" if they are a very attractive guy, for a day, for a weekend or something like that. But they're not going to get into a long-term relationship with a girl that they don't consider to be on their level. And so she's likely had experiences with guys who are very sexy, and she remembers that, right? And so these normal guys who are actually at her level are not actually attractive to her, and that's why she can't get into them.
And I think I might need to take a break from dating because I just don't feel like I'm bringing the right attitude right now, to be honest. So, okay, till next time. Okay.
Okay, and once again, if you go down her Instagram profile, there are lots and lots of posts about her going on lots of first dates, and occasionally she thinks the guy's really sexy and attractive, and most of the time she just can't get into it. Okay, so what do we do with this information? So unlike a lot of red pill channels, I don't want you to just swear off women and not date them. The purpose of my channel is for you to understand women so that you can have the type of interactions and the quality of relationship that you'd like to have. And the big takeaway from this is that when you are going out with a new woman and you're asking her out, you want to make sure that it seems like she is very into you. Do not chase a woman down. Do not ask a girl out who is indifferent, who's kind of reluctant to go out with you, because you're going to end up with this kind of situation. You're going to go take her out. You could be an amazing guy, but if she's just not feeling sexually attracted to you, nothing is going to happen. And so your job as a guy is to make sure, of course, there's things to be sexy yourself, be attractive so that that's more likely to happen, but also look to see that the girl is really excited to go out with you, really looking forward to it. You want to feel that enthusiasm. Otherwise, you're going to be just wasting your time. All right, so guys, there's two ways to get involved if you want more information about this. Number one, you can join my completely free newsletter. There's a sign up link right under the video. And number two, if you want to master the art of women and relationships and step into your masculinity in the greatest way possible, you can book a session with me to talk about whether coaching is right for you. The link to that is in the video description as well. Thanks a lot, and I'll see you in the next video.